Welcome. Channel 5.
What's going on, people? You're watching Total Tekkers. My name is Izzy.
And I'm Rocket. And this is the show that brings you Total Tekkers. Go on, it, son. Oh no!
Finally, he's messed up on once. It's time to prove my worth, baby. My name is Izzy. You're watching Total Tekkers, and this is how it's done.
Come on in. I can't believe it! This was coming up in the show.
The ice on my neck is like winter. We only do Henny, so drink up. Too bad, girl, we are link up. When we roll out, fresh, it's all I be. Too much goddamn sauce on me. We only roll in a V.
Beautiful stuff, I can't actually even celebrate it.
Look, wine for me, girl, you know I rate that. Got the Henny in the cup, you know I'm late.
Oh, what a show we've got lined up. I'll tell you what, if only we had a copy of FIFA 18 to give away on the Xbox, that would just top it off.
Hang about. We've got a copy of FIFA 18 on the Xbox to give away.
There it is!
And as the new Star Wars film lands in December, we've also got a Mitre Star Wars football we're going to be throwing into that prize pot. May the skills be with you.
You're not wrong. Right.
All you got to do to get your hands on these two is guess how many footballs Ironik, who's going to be in the building, will chip into a basketball net in 30 seconds. And the winner will be announced later on in the show.
That's right. Richie Driss is on our show this week, so if you want to get in touch, he's the man. Richie, what's going on?
Absolutely, Rocket. Thank you very much. Of course, get your questions and comments to our very special guests. And ahead of the Manchester United and Spurs match this weekend, come on United, we want to know who is going to be the top goal scorer at the end of the season out of Romelu Lukaku and Harry Kane. So if you're involved on Facebook, simply hit the like button for Romelu Lukaku and the love button for Harry Kane. If you're involved on Twitter, it's like for Lukaku and hit retweet for Harry Kane. Of course, if you've got any other people that you think are going to be the highest goal scorer, drop us a comment.
Top man, Richie.
Harry Kane currently on 8 goals in the league so far this season. Lukaku on 7, but there's still a very long way to go. Maybe even Lacazette or Morata are in with the shout. What do you reckon?
I don't know. Who knows? We will see. Only time will tell. But I'll tell you what I do know. Here are your skills of the week. Hashtag skills.
Check them out. My mama's original promise, original one could predict it. Honestly, tripping me so that my impotence limited me for a moment, believing and hoping to different approach, and I eagerly coasted through leeches and vultures. Now the reason I'm focused, you might see in a moment. Yeah, check them out. He checks no slip now. Keep cashing checks to a second account. They'll unleash this beast and let him out. Yeah, check how the ladies check me now. Hit the tally, then we checking it out.
You've got a favourite. Your favourite.
Hey. If he's got the skills, he's top of the list. What
skills
can I say?
To pay those bills.
He has got skills to pay those. Remember, if you film yourself doing anything skillful, send it in, and we'll show the best ones on next week's show.
We will indeed. Last week's guest, Lisa Zamouche, actually sent us a clip. She was hanging around after the show to take the absolute mick out of Macmillan FC, and it's fair to say she took him back to school. Not just once, but twice.
Look at her. Oh, what? Can't believe it. She did him double bubble. There's no coming back from that.
Talking of double or double trouble.
All that.
Let's meet today's guests.
Let's meet him.
One of them is a rapper who's just released a single with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, good. It's pretty good.
I'm being serious as well. What? I'm being very serious. He's got a tune with Snoop Dogg, mate. From Rizzle, thank you. We got there in the end. The other is a world-class freestyler who's performed in 20 different countries and came second in the 2016 Beijing Red Bull World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise. Give it out for Ironik and Tom Folan.
Go on, the boys. Yes, Ironik. Welcome to the show, boys. Yes, Tom. Take a seat, lads. Right, let's have a look at these boys in action.
Hey.
Big sounds coming from Ironik.
Thank you, man.
Welcome. Fantastic to have you in the building.
Thanks for having us, man. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Epic. Listen, it must be about 10 years ago now. You had a top 10 album.
Yeah.
You had top 5 single.
It's about 8 years. Don't put too much age in it. It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while.
Tiny Dancer, which featured Chipmunk and Sir Elton John nonetheless.
Classic.
You've had some commercial stuff going absolutely huge.
Yeah.
New album dropping, truth be told.
It's out now, man. It's out now, so I'm happy. I'm just feeling
Talk to me about how good it is to be back in the game.
Do you know what? It feels refreshing. I feel very calm and content and happy with just where I'm at right now, and happy that I got that out in the past. And things went further than I ever thought it'd go, and now I'm back just feeling like there's no pressure and just having fun with things. And yeah, that's how we came back with the Snoop Dogg stuff and the whole new album, man. So yeah, I'm feeling good, man, in a good space right now. Yeah.
Do you feel like you've matured as an artist? You must have like picked up on a whole bunch of new influences. You've been all over the world. You just finished a tour in Japan.
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, you can hear that from my last album to now. And I think it's definitely down to the way music's gone in the UK, especially right now as well. So I got to big up all the artists in the UK, the Stormzy's, the Skeptors, everyone.
They're doing bits.
They're doing bits.
The UK is in the house doing bits.
So them taking it to new heights and lyricism getting stronger, and you know, things that play a big part in making albums these days definitely made me sit back and think I need to step up my game in this area and that area and just kind of come proper. So yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, man.
Now your new single is called Tough.
Tough.
It's got Snoop Dogg on it. I mean, that is quality.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Give it up. Snoop Dogg's on his track. Like, how did that come about? How did you get Snoop on a track?
You know what? A lot of my collaborations have just been spontaneous and kind of like blessings. Like just, yo, this is happening, we're doing that, and I just kind of go with it. But this time my managers were in America, working on some music in America. And they were working with Ray J, who I think is related to Snoop Dogg somehow. I don't know their relationship, but and I think they were meant to have a session, but something went wrong, and he said, you know what, I've got these Snoop Dogg vocals. I know you got artists in the UK. Would he like to work on some of the vocals? And my manager called me up, and I was like, would I like Snoop Dogg vocals? Is this a joke?
Yeah.
But I said yeah, and it didn't really set in until they sent me the vocals the next day, and I was working on the track and hearing like Snoop Dogg's vocals and like working on his backing vocals, hearing how he records. For me, that was the moment where it kicked in. I was like, right, this is mad. And yeah, and then we sent it back to him after we recorded my parts, and they loved it. So yeah, man.
Was that period of like waiting where you're in kind of purgatory? You don't know whether he likes it
or not,
or they're going to accept it. His people are going to turn it down. What's that feeling like while you're waiting?
Do you know what? Like I said, with this album, there's no pressure. I'm not really feeling like I need to do this or I need to do that. And that's just, I think it's probably down to age where I'm at in life. I just kind of, we sent it back and it was what it was, man. I knew that the record was dope, and I just hope that Snoop liked it and they loved it. So yeah,
quality stuff. Now you've shot the music video.
Yeah, done.
It's not actually gone out live yet. No one's seen it.
No, it's taken us months.
Is he in the video, Snoop?
He is in the video. He is in the video. But
I mean, is Snoop in the video, lads? Make some noise!
That is quality.
But wait, hold on. We didn't fly Snoop in from LA to do the video. There's a bit of a clause, but it's an amazing video and an amazing body of work. We've got actual movie animators to get involved in animating Snoop. We've had someone come with like a bodysuit on and actually learn Snoop Dogg's dance moves and his moves, and we've actually animated, so it's gonna be a great video and it's something different for people to look out for.
So it's computer generated in the video.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, I'd say that.
But it's different. When have you last seen a video with animation and live action, you know, movements?
That's
so
class.
it's gonna be good.
I look forward to seeing it.
Breaking new ground. Listen, when you're making the tracks, when you're putting the stuff together, how do you start? Would you draw inspiration from people? Would you hear something in another song and you're just like, right, I need to take that little bit from it? How does it work?
I think it's a bit of both, because I hear a lot of music sometimes and that inspires me to want to go home or go to the studio and make this kind of sound or this kind of music. And especially in the early days, I used to use a lot of samples. So I'd hear a song and be like, I wish I made that song, or I wish I was a part of that record, like let's sample that. But I think now it's more about just getting with producers and organically making a record together from scratch. I think that's the best way now for me. So.
And if you could collaborate with one person, who's the dream artist that you want on your track? Just one.
Can I have two though?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Go on in.
Or maybe one of each.
Go on in two.
I'd have to say Drake was one, and then the total opposite of Drake, I'm gonna have to say like Kings of Leon or someone different like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go,
That's an eclectic mix.
Yeah,
Good choices.
Well, I've worked with Elton John and I've worked with Snoop Dogg.
There you go.
Can't get any further.
Good stuff.
Right.
Right, Tom, welcome to the show. Tom Folan, everyone. Now, Tom, you are one of the best UK freestylers around. What have you been up to at the moment?
I mean, the summer is always pretty mental for us as freestylers. So a lot of travel. I've been Budapest, China, Hong Kong, Vienna, just competing, like living the life. Yeah, living the freestyle lifestyle. That's the way it is. Yeah, it's good.
Yes,
were you always a freestyler, or did you want to be a pro footballer initially, or how did it start out for you?
I mean, I'll be lying if I said that when I was younger I didn't want to be a pro footballer, but I was a bit of a handful as a kid. So when I was 3 years old, my mum signed me up to football at the local sports centre just to get me out of the house, effectively.
Wow, troublesome 3-year-old.
Yeah, wow.
No, genuinely, like. but yeah, that was it. Like, football was basically all I knew growing up. And then I reached an age where I was getting bored of Sunday league managers thinking they were big time, like shouting instructions. And ultimately, I wanted to take responsibility for my own success. Like, if I made a mistake in a football match, I didn't want the team to lose because of that. If a defender was, you know, like hungover, I didn't want us to lose because of his mistake. So freestyle enables me to keep doing what I love, but take full responsibility for my own success.
I hear that.
You are quality at freestyle. In 2015, you entered the UK and Ireland Freestyle Championships and came second. In 2006, you got to the semi-finals, but got beaten by Andrew Henderson, which is, you know, fair enough. You didn't enter this year. Why not?
No. So you were emceeing the event in 2016, actually, and
spitting some bars.
No, but there was a little bit of controversy around the decision against Andrew. Like, some people thought I should have won. Like,
do tell what happened.
I don't like to hold grudges and be bitter about things. Like, what happened. But what it is Andrew's better than me at more things than I am better than him at. So effectively, I reached the point with freestyle where I didn't want to have to do the things that I didn't want to do in order just to win a competition. So, like, my passion for freestyle was greater than winning a competition and destroying the enjoyment of it.
So you're saying there are specific tricks that you have to do to kind of be successful in these competitions? It's not just about having natural ability or doing your own repertoire?
Definitely not about natural ability, but there's definitely not a set thing of tricks that you have to do. But these days, just like with any sport, there's a formula to win. There's a formula to win in, like MMA, there's a formula to win in football. So freestyle is no different to that. And I just didn't want to, like, fit myself into that formula. I wanted to keep freestyle. You know, I wanted to do it because I loved it. That's when I started. That's how I started and why I continued to do it. And by trying to learn all this new stuff just to win UK championships or just to beat one guy, Andrew Henderson, like, it wasn't worth it for me. Like, I didn't want it as much as he did, obviously, and that's that.
Well, you're living this globe-trotting, jet-setting life. You obviously need to keep in shape and healthy, and I'm hearing through my research and people that do the hard work for me that you're a vegan.
That is correct.
Yes. Which must take some kind of organisation and discipline to be able to keep to that.
You know what it is? Like, it's one of the biggest misconceptions that it's some, like, extreme lifestyle choice that takes all of this dedication. Like, it's, if you looked at me 4 years ago, I was one of the fussiest eaters you're ever going to meet in your life. And we're talking, like, if we went out for a family meal and the restaurant didn't do chicken and chips, burger and chips, steak and chips, like pizza, or maybe like
standard.
Maybe a spag bar where I was feeling particularly adventurous. Like, we literally couldn't eat there. And so, definitely not always been this way. I watched a documentary called Earthlings on YouTube, and I basically just came to the realization that, like, animals don't need to suffer for my enjoyment.
Bless
and
you
it was
for that. I respect that.
Genuinely, that's all it was. Man. So it was 100% ethical at first, and then once I got more informed and started reading up more, watching more stuff, I came across all of the amazing health benefits of it, and then obviously, like, the environmental impact of the animal agriculture industry, and that was that. It's about me
schooling us.
Ironik, I mean, how hard is it for you to keep a good, healthy diet, especially when you're touring in Japan?
That's the hardest part. Well, Japan, I found it was hard to find restaurants that had food. I'm quite a fussy eater, like but
what kind of thing?
Well, you know, in Japan, they were trying to make me eat some crazy stuff. But yeah, when I'm back home, especially being on the road, it's very difficult. You know, we're stopping at service stations in between shows, and you've got a choice out of Burger King, McDonald's, or Marks and. I don't want to mention
Chef.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. So it's been difficult, but I've been trying to get a bit better with my eating, and even just listening to what you said, they're very inspiring, man. So,
well, Tom might be able to help you out because you brought some vegan food in today.
I actually have. Yeah.
Just be on a chair. Right, Tom, talk us through. What have you got here, mate?
We're turning Total Tekkers into a cookery show.
So chocolate, I can deal with that.
I can do it.
That's right.
So I thought I'd bring something slightly less unhealthy, like something slightly unhealthy, and then something a little bit more healthy.
Okay.
So what we got here is a Vigo bar. It's basically, imagine Nutella in a chocolate bar.
Right,
I mean, that sounds right up my street.
We've got chocolate banging.
So we got that. Right, so these are medjool dates, which are, they kind of taste like caramel, but they're just a fruit. And then what I've done, I like to cut them open, stick a bit of almond butter in. Yeah, get stuck in.
Try some of the chocolate.
Yeah. He's gone for the safe one. Well,
it's not for you.
Oh, no, it's nice, yeah, it's nice. No, it's really nice, really nice. Right, I'll tell you what, let's leave that there. Let's leave it there. Richie, got any questions from today's viewers?
Yeah, we absolutely do have questions from today's viewers, but we've also got a question from the Glitch 17 gang. Gents, you have a question, of course, for Ironik, I believe.
Ironik, who is the most famous person you've ever met?
Good question. Good question.
I'm just trying to finish this chocolate. There's been a few. I remember there was a time when I was out partying. My old record label invited me out for a party into central London. We went out. I didn't know what exact kind of party it was. Just another bougie party. And I got there and I found out it was Jay-Z's celebration party for some kind of accolade. And I got there, Jay-Z came in, partying it up, so got to meet him, got to say hello to him. That for me was just crazy enough, just meeting Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, that's quality, don't get much better than that. Right, we're going to chat to you boys. Oh, you're still going? Oh, hold up, we've got more.
And then he said bye, everyone done their goodbyes, and I clocked, there was a scarf there. I saw Jay-Z came in with that same scarf.
Oh, this is your job.
This is Jay-Z's scarf. I took that home.
No. You stole Jay-Z's scarf. Jay-Z, if you're watching, he's got your scarf. Okay, we're going to chat football to you guys later on, but for the time being, give it up to Tom Folan and Ironik. Okay.
All right, lads, listen. Who's up for a bit of freestyle combat?
Freestyle combat?
I'm up for it.
Yes.
Game on.
Let's do it.
Freestyle combat. Select your team. Crystal Palace. Player 1, select your player.
Ibrahim Kagbo.
Player 2, select your player.
Joshua Malcolm.
Player 1, ready. Player 2, ready. Round 1, fight. Let's go!
For that big bass with utmost precision. R is for that ting that all beats have called rhythm. I is what you need, yes, we call it intuition. S is that sound, so turn it up and listen. T is for that track, once we lay down it glistens. O is for the ordinary, extraordinary vision. L is for that love of the music. When I'm spinning, I'm getting that tunnel vision. When I do healing. B is for that big bass with utmost precision. R is for that ting that all beats have called rhythm. I is what you need, yes, we call it intuition. S is that sound, so turn it up and listen. T is for that track, once we lay down it glistens. O is for the ordinary, extraordinary vision. L is for that love of the music. When I'm spinning, I'm getting that tunnel vision. When I start hitting. and listen. Tears for that track once we lay it down and glisten. Always for the ordinary, extraordinary vision. And it's for the love of the music. When I'm spinning, I'm getting that tunnel vision when I hit it.
Wow, tough decision. Good work, lads. Right, well done to both lads. And a massive thanks to Crystal Palace for letting us come down and feel right. It's up to you guys to pick your winner. Are you going player 1 or player 2, Tom?
I'm going to go player 2.
Player 2?
But player 2, yeah.
I'm going for the same.
Player 2, yeah? Yeah. Let's cross back to Crystal Palace.
Josh Malcolm is going to be the man. Is he? Is he? I'm hoping he is.
Let's go back to Palace to find out the winner.
Player 2 wins. Finish him.
Oh, good stuff. Well done, Josh.
Talking about Josh, that was for you, baby. There's still time to win your very own copy of FIFA 18 on the Xbox. And for this week only, we're throwing in a mitre Star Wars football. All we need to do is guess how many footballs Ironik is going to chip into the rocket-sized basketball hoop in 30 seconds for the T's and C's visit joe.co.uk.
You know that. Talking of FIFA, you were back in the gaming seat this week. You took on last week's guest, Anthony Yard. Was it a knockout? Did you spark him out? Put him on the deck?
Well, we'll find out now.
Let's have a look. Right, after the debacle last week, Hugh is back in the hot seat, and we're going to predict this weekend's big game via the form of FIFA 18 on the Xbox One S. Right, who's United? And who's Spurs?
Somehow I am.
Loser makes the bruise?
No, 50 press-ups, that's it.
50 press-ups.
Whoever loses, that's 50 press-ups.
Best of luck, lads. Game on.
Good luck, then.
Good luck, man.
He's here now. Harry. Harry for me. Oh, Harry, you actual bottle job. Okay, we're in. We're actually in. Harry, I see you, boy.
No.
I can see you. Bully him. Come on.
He's a bit of a beastie, isn't it?
Oh, that's you, Christian. Bury that, son. Beautiful stuff. I can't actually even celebrate that. Tottenham. Incredible. What's going on out there? Any changes?
Nah.
No? We're good. Okay. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Nice. A ref. Oh, absolute filth. That's a broken leg. Unreal.
Liar.
Yellow for Valencia. All the way, son. All the way, son. You've got him. Ref, that's a yellow. Elbow to the face.
That was in his chin.
Oh my word.
That was in his chin. Yeah, I see a boring game now.
Oh no, not this guy. Oh no, don't believe this. No. Oh. Woo. Just a little sniff for Lukaku. All right, 3 minutes of additional time. Has he got anything left in the locker?
Let's just see.
A late 11th round. Oh, no, ref, you've done him dirty there. That's well played though, man. I reckon 40, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my word.
I'll keep going.
I reckon that was like 25, 26 seconds. What is going on here?
I'll go forever.
He's still going. Unreal stuff, man. What an absolute legend. Anthony Yard, people. And still your joe.co.uk undefeated FIFA player of the office.
Yes, well done, Hugh. Good stuff, mate. Well done. Right, a controversial week this week as Ronald Koeman got sacked as Everton manager. Not everybody agreed that it was the right time for him to go. I went to the streets to ask the general public what they thought. Ronald Koeman got sacked this week from Everton.
Oh, who's that? See, I don't even know who that is.
Everton manager.
Is that football?
Who? Don't know who that is.
Don't know who.
Is he a politician?
He spent 150 million quid, lost the dressing room, lost the fans. Yep. His type of football isn't right for our club and our players we've got, so he had to go.
Give him to at least Christmas. He's got a lot of new signings. They take time to bed in, you know, especially if they come from abroad, which most of them have done.
You know, people think by bringing in a new manager, it's going to wipe all the sins away and all of a sudden it's going to put them at the top of the league. It ain't the case.
So if you could pick one manager to take over from Ronald Koeman, who would it be? David
Beckham, I guess.
There's rumours of Ancelotti might come in.
Ancelotti won't go to Everton.
Get Moisey back.
Kingsman.
What about Ronaldinho?
You get Ranieri back, he's won the title, but then you're going around in circles because why did Leicester sack him?
Have you ever been sacked?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Many times.
I'm a good boy.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's the same here actually, yeah.
Good boy as well?
No, good girl, I would say.
Hello mate, you look like a guy that might have been sacked before.
Nope.
Never?
No.
How come?
Work for me folks, so it's different.
I sacked a few, yeah.
Did ya?
For what?
Lazy gits.
Were they?
Didn't do their work.
So I was 14 and I dropped the woman's cake who owned the cake shop. And she basically kicked me out.
Do you know what the final nail on the head was for Koeman getting sacked?
No.
He changed the toffees to Wookiee sweets. Apparently the fans said they were too chewy.
That is terrible.
Quality. Hey, Oldham's and a Goldens, what can I say? Right, Hugh's in the skills area. Hugh, who you got over there, my friend?
That was shocking. Absolutely shocking. I'm embarrassed for everyone. I'm delighted to be joined by the Glitch FC crew.
Go on, the boys.
For everyone at home that doesn't know who you are or what you do, tell us a bit about yourselves.
Okay, so the Glitch creators are a team put together by Adidas UK. We're here to promote the new boots that are exclusive to the UK, now in Paris and also in Germany. The only way at the start to get the boots was for us boys, and it's a way for us to push our content like no other creator.
I mean, that was very well scripted.
Yeah, he's done well, he's been practicing.
We have got you guys a little challenge. Hopefully you're going to show off your skills. However, before we do that, we have an exclusive unboxing, baby.
It's a live unboxing! It's a live unboxing! Come on! Here we go.
Now, Rocky,
here you go, you do that one.
Gonna hand those over?
Yeah,
right,
you can do
basically,
those.
if you don't know about the Glitch boots, tell us a little bit about how these work. We've got two boots. Is it one boot? Talk to us.
So, it's one boot, but it's two parts.
Okay, right.
So, a lot of people haven't seen this. What one you got there, Rocky? They're all right. Right, so this bit is the inner shoe, and this is the outer skin.
Beautiful.
They lock together, that's the boot.
They lock together.
A lot of people ain't seen that before.
These are an exclusive Adidas Glitch 17, the hacked pack. Inspired by rain and hyperspace. Think about binary code falling in the Matrix. This is the first time as well. The outer skin design covers the whole boot, so that's pretty exciting, I think. And they're only available via the Glitch app. Ooh. Now, that's enough of that.
Right.
It's time to get down to the nitty gritty.
Challenge.
What these guys are really here for is to win a copy of FIFA 18 on the Xbox. And to do so, they're going to have to do some keepy uppies from this little line here. And without the ball falling on the floor, drop it into this rocket-sized little hole over here. I can't help myself, mate.
They've got to get 3. If you get 3, you win a copy of FIFA 18 on the Xbox. Get yourself set, lads. Get
There's
a ball in.
5 of you.
Okay.
There should be no excuse. Can we
Mo's
get
up
some
first.
dramatic lighting and music and a stopwatch?
Okay.
Beautiful.
Wait for the klaxon, lads. Your time starts. Now! Right, Mo's up first. If you drop it, you go to the back of the line. Go on, Mo. Oh, Mo. Right, Tom's up next.
Oh, Tom knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's one. That's one. Come on, Tom. That's what you do, son. That's 2. That's 2. One more. One more.
One more.
One more. Oh! Oh! Come on, lads. 8, 7. Last one. Last one. Great stuff, lads.
Well played, fella. Absolutely.
Now, sometimes things don't always go to plan, do they, Jack Gregory? Cheers. Ball.
People think it's all fun and games.
It's not. It's not, is it? Check this.
Oh, look who it is! It's incredible stuff. Right, your chance to win this week's competition is now officially closed, unfortunately. But before Ironik takes on the Chip It challenge, Tom, you're going to teach us a little trick, I believe.
I am indeed.
Wonderful
Coming
stuff.
in, Tom,
Looking forward to this one.
Give me one of them.
Freestyle ball. What trick are you teaching us, Tom?
Right, we're going to do the toe bounce. So the toe bounce is a nice simple trick, but it looks pretty sweet. And yeah, the first step is going to be to drop the ball from your hands, and just before the ball hits your toes, you're going to point them to the sky in like a flicking motion, and that should bring the ball airborne, and it will look a little bit like this.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So the step 2, and this is probably the most important part, you're going to want to remember to keep your heel planted to the ground, because this is just going to help emphasize that bouncing movement. And step 3, you're going to swing your leg over the ball.
Swing your leg over?
Yeah, incredible. Just get it over. So basically, it will look a little bit like this.
Nice.
And that's it.
And once you mastered that,
yeah, once you're comfortable with that, what we can do is reverse it, and you can do a reverse toe bounce, which looks a little bit like this.
Oh, that's quality.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Tom Folan, everyone. Right. If you film yourself doing a toe bounce, send it in and we'll show it on next week's show.
We will indeed. Okay, Mr. Ironik.
Here we go.
Here's your moment. It's time for you to take on our Chip It Challenge. Please make your way over to the skills.
Give it up for Ironik, everyone.
I know you got this, brother.
Oh, man.
Can Ironik,
right, Ironik,
score
welcome
more
to the
than
skills
one?
area. Let's try and get in focus if we can. There we are. How you feeling, mate?
I'm very scared. Very scared. Yeah.
You had to go in rehearsals. How'd you get on?
Very bad.
It's tough. It's a tough challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, well, one to beat. If you get one, you've done well.
So
right. You just need one. So you've got 30 seconds from inside the box. Chip as many balls as you can into our basketball net. Simple. Right. Let's get the kites.
Give it a go.
Clock. I always go the wrong side. There it is. There it is. Right. 30 seconds. You go on the klaxon. Tom's going to be feeding.
Yeah.
Okay. So he'll be placing them.
So we'll put them
right.
here, yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ironik.
Let's go.
Go on, Ironik. Now, Chip. You're off. Go on, son.
Almost. We're getting better. Oh, almost.
Go on, Ironik. You're better than that. Get it up. Chip it. Get under it. Get under it. Tom, this is poor feeding, mate. Is it? Go on, get in. 3, 2. He's never going to happen. Unlucky, mate, unlucky. It's hard, it's tough, it's a tough challenge. Right, let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. Unfortunately, you get a big fat 0. I think we might have to change the challenge up next week. But there you are, back to you, Hugh. Unlucky, mate.
I mean, top effort from Ironik. Make some noise for the guy. He's doing his best. Whilst you guys are making your way back over, Tom, come and talk football with me. I hear you're a Chelsea fan.
That is correct, yes.
Do you get the chance to go to many games, or?
No, not anymore. I used to when I was younger. Yeah, a bit of that, and just like I'll be honest, I'm not as into it as I used to be, because you know, I'm sure you're aware it consumes your life if you can't be watching like 3 football games a weekend. So
yeah, and the rest.
Ironik, you're an Arsenal fan?
Yeah.
Did you get to many games?
When I was younger, I was a big football fan. It's kind of slowed down as I got older and I was into the music. But yeah, still a fan of Arsenal. I know I've heard the last couple of years they're not doing too well, but you know, you can't blame me for supporting them.
Sometimes you've got to distance yourself emotionally. Otherwise you really do get affected.
Yeah, I know. But you know, I'm from North London. I've got to represent, so I'm always going to support them. Good
man. Cracking match last night. Went to see it, and we've got this new young starlet on the scene. Shout out to Eddie and Nketiah. The boy is on fire. Absolutely.
How many goals?
He got a couple. He came off the subs bench and literally turned the game around.
In 2 seasons, he scored 48, hasn't he?
Oh, over the last 2 seasons, 48 goals across all youth age groups. Absolutely fantastic. Listen, score prediction from you lads for this weekend. Manchester United against Tottenham. Tom?
Big game.
I reckon Tottenham are going to do it, you know, 2-1.
Oh, there you go. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, 2-1 Tottenham.
Big call.
I think 2-1 Man United.
Do ya?
But I'm not a big
Only because he's an Arsenal fan, he can't have any positivity for Tottenham. I respect that.
It's true.
Richie, have you got the results from today's question?
I do absolutely have the results from today's question. It's who is going to be the top goal scorer out of Romelu Lukaku and Manchester United's Romelu Lukaku and Harry Kane ahead of the big match this weekend. So on Facebook, you voted with a grand total of 70% correctly, Romelu Lukaku. And on Twitter, you voted, far closer on Twitter, with a total of 52% incorrectly, Harry Kane.
Oh, split.
And we have our FIFA 18 and Mitre Star Wars football competition winner. Can I get a drum roll, please? Congratulations. Louise Roberts from Southampton! Louise! Copy of FIFA 18 on its way to you.
Go on, Louise.
Yes, Louise.
Congratulations, a copy of FIFA on the 18 on the Xbox is on its way to you. It's now skill spot time though. Last week, Lisa Zamouche did this.
Quality. Wow, absolute quality. Right, Tom is about to showcase his stuff in Skill Spot. This week, he'll be accompanied by Ironik's new track, Tough, featuring Snoop Dogg. Are you set, Tom?
I was born ready for this one.
Good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the very talented Tom Folan.
Good time, right now. Yep, my I show you how. Where I'm from, it's so rough, so tough. Slow it down.
Hey, 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 hey.
Where I'm from, it's so rough, so tough. Slow it down.
Grind so hard to the daylight. Life so good, got to
show us.
Tell a back girl, better take time. But when I'm back home, better make time.
Oh yes.
This is legendary. I ain't gonna stop till the cemetery. Half of you lie like Jim Carrey, but you know that I'm cold like Ben and Jerry. These days I just kick back. No time for no chit chat. Tell them bring the mic, man.
Oh, big finish.
At the same time, I keep it humble though.
Oh, love it.
Loads. I do this for the art, but the money grows. Doing what I love.
Right now, yeah, man, I show you.
Oh, big trick. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tom Folan. Well done, Tom. Good stuff, mate.
Absolute class, Tom.
And what tune, by the way, Ironik. What a tune.
And a tune from Ironik as well. Sadly, that's all we've got time for this week, though. I want to thank you guys for watching at home. The Glitch FC crew. Come on, baby.
Boys.
Come on, babies. Come on. Make some noise for the Glitch FC crew. We also had Ironik in the building, whose night, Grime Live, is on November the 17th at the O2. Make sure you check that out. It's going to feature Fecky, Big Nasty, and a whole bunch of other people. There's also thanks for Xbox and just more love for you guys at home for watching.
Don't forget to like it, share it, and don't go anywhere just yet because Dancing the Soul is the Portsmouth Academy. Take it away, boys. Woo!